Happy Monday and happy what is it? St. Patrick's Day. Hello everyone. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to be here with you tonight. Yes, joyful Jania in the house. So today we are talking about reflecting and celebrating our wins. We are almost at the end of the first quarter of the year. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh. I know I can't. I feel like there's been like a lot going on in my world. I want to know what's going on in your world, how you're feeling today. So that's what we're getting into. So I want to know, does it feel like January just happened or like it was forever ago? For me, like I feel like it just happened. Either way, today it's not just about looking at what's done, like our to-do list. It's about checking in on how we feel and celebrating how far we've come as well. You know that I am really big on celebrating. So we're going to do a little bit of celebrating while we're here as we're reflecting. So I want you to just start by taking a deep breath with me. Inhale joy and exhale pressure. Are we ready? Inhale joy and exhale pressure. Whew, doesn't that feel good? I think we should do it two more times. You ready? Inhale joy, exhale pressure. One more. Inhale joy, exhale pressure. Whew, yes. So whether you've hit like a big milestone or you just kept showing up in small ways, you've already created magic this year. Remember, it's not just about like our large accomplishments that we finished, even though those are amazing. It's also about the small ones because when we recognize that, it gives us the energy to keep going, you know? So I want us to just take a little time together to reflect, sprinkle some joy as we head into this next season. Are you ready? I know I'm ready. Let's get into it, my friends. Yes, yes, and yes. So, first of all, let's stop and talk about how we feel. How are you feeling about your goals or resolutions from January? I know some people set goals, intentions, resolutions, whatever that was. Okay. January, that was almost 3 months ago. I want you to think about how are you feeling about that? Like just stop, right? So share in the comments. Excited, proud, overwhelmed, refocused, joyful, accomplished, or anything that comes up for you. How are you feeling about your goals or resolutions from January? I want to know. Share it with me. Share with me in the comments. You know, a lot of times when we set goals, whether it's at the start of the year or throughout the quarter, we tend to focus on just the what. What do I want to accomplish? What's the next thing on my list? But think about this. What if we don't always stop to consider, like, how do I want to feel while I'm moving towards that goal? Like, I'm so big on feelings. My mom says this for Mad Miracles, and it's um, our our feelings matter, right? Our thinking makes the difference. So, like, really tapping into how you want to feel. Because here's the thing: how we feel, it really fuels how we show up. Like, think about this. If you don't really feel into a goal that you put down, do you really think you're going to put the energy behind doing it? Probably not. But when we feel joyful, grounded, or excited, we naturally take more action towards that, right? Maybe we're more creative, we're more motivated for sure, right? And honestly, I don't know about you, but we're more likely to stick with it. I don't know if you've noticed that for yourself. And when we feel drained, overwhelmed, or disconnected, even simple tasks feel heavier. Like, have you noticed that? Where it's like, I really don't want to do this. And it could be so small and you just don't have the energy or the capacity to do it. And that's because it's not connected to your joy. That's why joy, peace, or whatever feeling fuels you, that should be part of your overall strategy when you are goal setting. So today, as we reflect, because yes, we are reflecting today, I want you to think about how you've been feeling during your journey so far. So, like I said, we're almost 3 months in, beginning of the year. And I want you to think like, what what feeling do you want to carry with you into the next season? Because the truth is, when you protect and prioritize how you feel, my friend, you're not just taking care of yourself, right? You're also paving the way for your goals to unfold more naturally, where maybe it feels like less pressure. It doesn't mean that everything you do is going to feel good, right? You set a goal, there may be some tasks on there that don't feel as good, but when you're aligned with the like your overall intention, then what you do, you know, like what your why is. And that's why it's so important to identify your why. So I'll share like a little story with you. I think it was like last week. Oh man, I had the case of the don't want tos. It was so it was wild. And it was just one day. It was weird. Like I woke up and that wake up on the wrong side of the bed. So I wasn't feeling very motivated, but I knew that like I set some goals in mind. There were some things that I wanted to do. So instead of going on the downward spiral about my emotions, because that could be very easy, right? I said, okay, what are the goals that I have, right? So I made sure that I plugged them into my calendar. And I knew that I wanted to connect and feel more joy, but I just didn't at that time. So what I did was I made sure I just followed, right? I was like, okay, I know I'm meeting at this time. I know I'm doing this project at this time. I know I'm doing this task at this time, right? So instead of like, oh my gosh, every second has to feel joyful, because that's not the case, right? I told myself, even though I don't feel joyful right now, it doesn't mean I can't experience a joyful moment. And what brings me joy? Like, I like being able to accomplish things. And so, you know what? By me like plugging in what I knew I was focused on, and when I got to the end of the day, even though throughout that I was not feeling that joy, because my intention was to feel joy and I knew what got me there was like being able to check off those things, I felt so calm and I experienced some joyful moments. I want to know, drop me a yellow heart. Who else feels like joy helps you stay on track with your goals? I want to know. Some people may not connect with that. You may not associate with the feeling of joy, right? But I want to know, if you do, drop me a little yellow heart if that's helpful. If joy is helpful to stay on track. All right. So now that we've talked about the importance of our feelings in this process, let's take a moment to like just reflect. So I'm just going to guide you through a few simple questions to help you check in. And if you don't want to actively do this, and just sit and just feel into this, right? If you want to come back later and you want to journal, this will be on there. This will be uploaded. If you're watching the replay and you want to come back to it, but I just want you to just take a minute, and I want you to reflect. If you can, grab a journal, a notebook. If you don't have it, your Create a Magical Day journal that I'll talk a little bit more about. So are you ready? All right. So the first is, if you haven't reflected yet on how you feel about your goals or intentions from January, I want you to do that. Like, just reflect on that. If you want to journal a little bit, how are you feeling about that? Have you gone back? Have you looked at any of those goals and intentions? Because, honestly, at the beginning of the year, sometimes we can have a long list because we're inspired, and then we don't really have action behind it, or we don't have like that joy connection to it, and it falls off. So just reflect. Or, hey, maybe you got them all done, right? And you're ready for Q2. But I want you to reflect on that. Okay. Then I want you to think about 1 to 2 wins you can celebrate. And I would love for you to drop your wins in the comments. I want to know, I want to celebrate you. So drop your wins in there. Let me know, like, what are you proud of? I could tell you, like, I'm really proud that I went to this, it was called create and cultivate. And it was during South by Southwest. So it was a lot of women there, business owners, and I'm pretty shy. But I did so good. I connected with some people, some new people. I made some really great connections. I'm super proud of myself for that. So I would definitely call that a win. Also, if you've been following, I've been tracking my Ramadan journey. So I observe Ramadan. No, I'm not Muslim, but I honor that, like every year for like the last 16, 17 years. And so this is the first time I've been tracking my journey. So if you're following me on Joyful Jania, then you're seeing a lot of that. So I'm really proud of that, just like showing up and sharing my story. So I just really want you to think about that. Like what are some wins? I also want to know, because we all about joy here. What's one way you prioritize joy so far this year? Because that, remember, my friend, that's what keeps you going. So was it like a dance break, a nature walk, journaling, maybe something self-care? What have you done to prioritize your joy? And what feeling do you want to carry into Q2? Doesn't have to be joy, right? It could be peace. It could be focus. It could be confidence, fun, abundance, whatever that is. Okay. I just want you to think about that, feel into that word, and come back whenever you want to reflect on these if you're not ready to do it right now. But I would love to know, what's a feeling that you would like to carry into Q2? Let me think. What's my feeling that I want to carry into Q2? I want to carry, you know what? I want to carry connection. Yes, I should. You know what? I'm going to write that down right now, because connection, that just jumped out at me right now. All right. So now that you've taken a moment to reflect, this is exactly the kind of check in I love to deepen inside of I mentioned my Create a Magical Day journal. She's just so cute. And it says she leaves a glimmer of joy. And on the inside, it has I've written all in it, but it has like the joy meter check-in. And then in the back, it has celebrating your wins and ways to do that. And then also has a QR code to connect to the Joy Creators community. And then also, like on the very back, you can scan and there'll be like a special message from me from time to time. So I love journaling in this. I use it in the morning, use during my reflection time. It's just a really great way for me to recenter. I can track all of my wins. I can track how I'm feeling. I can, you know, how my joy meter check in. I'll give you an example on a joy meter. Um, like 0 to 1 feeling pretty bummed, to 8 to 10 feeling extra joyful, so it helps you to really rate that. So, and if you're ready to go a step further and plan with intention for the next quarter, let me pull it up. The Joy Map. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm so excited. I launched the Joy Map at the beginning of the year, and this has been so helpful in planning. Let me grab it for you. That was Ted Lasso. That was up. I didn't think you want to see Ted Lasso. And that's such a funny show. Okay. So the Joy Map, if you don't have a copy, both of these you can get on the website, createamagicalday.com. But with the Joy Map, a lot of these questions that I'm asking you, it's the foundation of the Joy Map. Like, it is intentionally planning with joy and ease and grace. Yes, this will help you design a clear and joyful path forward. It's, to me, those are just a really great combo. And it's really helpful. Like, it's so magical preparing us for the next season. Yes, yes. So I'm so excited because I have something coming to be my first. I've done this for so many years, right? But it'll be my first like public public event. Dun dun dun. No, for Create a Magical Day this year. Like, yes, I was doing workshops before. I took a pause, and we back, baby. We back. So we have a workshop coming up. Now, I will tell you, the people who are in my email list on the community, they get the details first, but then I'll let you know more. So if you're not on the email list, getting your joy sprinkles, because I'd be sprinkling the joy. I mean, I know you probably follow on social media, but if you want extra, like straight into your email, that's like curated just for you. If you click the link in the bio, I'll drop it, like all the things, I'll share it with you. You can sign up to be a part of that newsletter. Like, I mean, I think it's pretty dope. Brings me some joy. I love writing it for you. So you will feel the love and the passion and the joy that comes out. But I just want to thank you for showing up for yourself today, for choosing joy with me. And remember, joy isn't just the end result, it's the fuel that keeps us going. And I also say that every day may not be filled with joy, but we get to create joyful moments every day. It's that fuel. Joy gives us hope that we can live one more second, minute, hour, month, like that we can keep going on and live a purpose filled life. So as we step into a new season, let's keep celebrating the small wins because they create big ripples. And if you are ready to dive deeper, don't forget your Create a Magical Day journal. She's cute. That's here to help you reflect, reset, keep the joy flowing. Your joy map, quarterly vision, and goal setting. Yes, because we are all about prioritizing joy, baby. Yes. And just stay tuned for the workshop. It's going to have some really great details in it. It's going to be so juicy. I'm so excited. So excited. So until next time, I want you to continue to create magical days. Why? Because you're focused on those joyful moments. And I just want you to remember, okay, that you are doing way better than you think. So I want you, if you haven't, to comment on your number one win for this quarter. And if you want to connect and go deeper, DM me. I love to conversate, right? So let's talk a little bit about joy. So I'm really proud of you. I just want you to know that. And thank you for being here with me. And we're gonna kick these weeklies back up. All right. Because I want to be of service to you because joy is my thing. It's something that like I put a lot into, just like people who have like amazing bodies and they put a lot into that they study. I do the same thing with joy. So I want to share that with you. And then I also want you to share with me. So let's stay connected. If you're not in the Joy Creators community, come on in. It's on Facebook. We'll get in there. We'll talk about some joy, have some reflections. Again, if you haven't signed up for the email list, I want you to check that out. There's so many resources available to help you live a more joy-filled life, especially if you are busy and on the go like me and joy is important to you. All right. So joy isn't just the reward. Remember, it's part of the journey. All right. So until next time, I will catch you later. And thank you again. Thank you for you. All right, my friend. I'll see you later. Peace.